Welcome back to another week of We Bombastic Few. We said we might be inconsistent. We might have been considering doing every other week, but we fooled you. We came back after just 1 week.
We back.
Brent, we back. Brent, you want to say hi aside just from saying we're back?
I'm back in black. Actually, though, I've got my Black Adam shirt on, and black shorts. I'm back.
And then aside from him, we have our second interview with the one and only Kevin.
My name's Kevin, and I can confirm that Brent is wearing a black shirt because we're sitting right next to each other, holding hands, laughing, smiling.
I've done nothing.
It's a beautiful sight, honestly.
It's definitely pathetic.
Sounds very intimate. I'm very, very happy for you guys. All right, if you guys would have to say there's one skill that everyone needs, what would you say it is?
Triangle Minesweeper. Everyone needs to be proficient at Triangle Minesweeper. Because you never know when Lucifer is going to come down to Georgia and challenge you to a game of Triangle Minesweeper.
Lucifer comes down to Georgia?
Now Kevin's going to lose his soul to the devil because he can't play Triangle Minesweeper.
See, the reason why I thought of bringing this up, Brent, a jack of all trades, but if he chooses Triangle Minesweeper for the one skill that everyone should have, I might think differently of him.
What?
Kevin, what's your input?
Well, if the one skill I need to have in Brent's world is playing Triangle Minesweeper, or else the devil's gonna take my soul, then I may as well just get pretty good at just like burning and alive for all eternity.
At being burnt alive. Wow.
So that's what I think.
Tolerating
how does one practice that skill?
We could find out.
All right. On today's podcast, I've got some matches. We're going to set Kevin on fire, and we're going to do this until he feels okay with it.
It's like that scene from Hot Rod. He's like, I'll ring the bell when I need to come up for air or something that. But like, no matter how much I resist, just keep my head underwater, and the tiny little string breaks off immediately. He's not even under for half a second, and he's already like struggling.
You definitely explained that to death, but
I definitely needed that explanation because now that I'm the one who needs to ring the bell, I need to know kind of what I'm getting into as I'm being set on fire by Brent in his kitchen.
All right, second question of your second interview. Have you seen Hot Rod?
I have
Kevin?
seen Hot Rod.
Good.
The podcast can continue.
All right.
Yeah. Lindsay, what's your skill? Hold on. What's your skill?
What's my skill? I think everyone needs to know how to breathe.
I would agree with that statement.
All right, today's segments are, we have a random Wikipedia page. We have a hypothetical, because what is the podcast without a hypothetical? These are words that Brent lives by. And we have something new that our new guy has brought to the table, Bombastic Ask. I have no idea what that is. I want to ask about Bombastic Ask, but I feel like that's ruining the surprise.
Well, if you ask about Bombastic Ask, really what you're asking is how to ask about Bombastic Ask in the form of a question.
We Bombastic Few. All right.
The bombastic word of the episode is stridulate, to produce a shrill, grating sound as a cricket does by rubbing together certain parts of the body.
So, just to be clear, though, this can be done by a human, I think. Like, it as long as you're rubbing a body part together with another body part and I'm making a sound, you're good. You can stridulate.
Would clapping consider that?
But that's not a snap would be a stridulate, wouldn't it? Because you're...
That's true.
What?
Does it have to be your own body? Can we cross arms and kind of fiddle each other with our arms?
I will not do that, but okay. I suppose one could.
Just for, clarify the definition here.
So everyone find a partner. We're going to learn to stridulate today.
Okay, I'm uncomfortable.
You should. That's like the type of thing you go up to someone at the university library and you're like, "Listen, I need someone else to stridulate. Can you help me?" And just see what they say.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right,
with that.
A random wiki page.
With that, we are giving another shot at random wiki for the first time. I feel like we haven't done it at all season 2, have we?
No, the last time was like episode 8 or 9ish of season 1.
Okay. So it's been about a season and a half. With that, we have the great tale of Walgrange Railway Station.
Can you spell Walgrange for me? Because there's Walgrange Station and there's
as in
Walgrange Station.
Wall as in Wall Street, space, Grange as in range with the G.
Oh, it's 2 words.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
completely different.
That is a lot
the
different.
third option.
That is a lot different.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so what comes to mind when you guys think about and recollect your memories of Walgrange Railway Station? I cannot speak.
I mean, what could come to mind rather than the gold heist of 87?
Right.
gold
I
heist-
totally forgot about the heist of 87.
Remember
Right.
who was involved?
Yes, we have the wall climbers to get over the wall of Walgrange.
Yeah.
We had,
The Grangers to get through the Grange
yes,
of Walgrange.
and we had the Thicket Boys, doing their thing.
Oh, yeah. And then,
Yeah.
Thank you, boys.
was William A. Clark involved in that too?
Yeah. Wait. How much gold was stolen? I don't recall this part.
How much gold was stolen?
Well, it was never actually, it was never actually found out how much because the station kept their gold count secret.
But it was estimated that it was 1/2 of an elephant's trunk times 1,000.
Right, and that's just like the analogy that the Thicket Boys gave us. You know how those boys talk.
Yeah, they only speak in terms of elephants.
Right. So yeah,
Okay,
a lot of history surrounding Walgrange Station.
Yeah.
But not a lot of trains going through it.
No.
Interestingly enough.
No, surprisingly. What else do you
Why
want to
is
know?
that? Why is that though?
Well,
Why is there no
that goes
trains?
back to the clock of 92. Everyone
The
remembers
clock.
the clock of 92.
Right. So after
Wait. The Glock or the
No.
clock?
No, that was a separate incident.
No, you're thinking of the Glock of 72.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so hold on. Before we get ahead of ourselves, back to 92. The
Yeah,
clock,
the
right?
clock.
It's also haunted.
Yes. The clock tower near Walgrange. I still don't remember.
Walgrange Station.
Walgrange Station.
Yeah.
Yes. He messed me up by saying Wall Street because I keep confusing it with that other station.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, that one's not as important historically.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing happened there. It's
Yeah.
like, give me a break.
But yeah, it is haunted, and it does. It's haunted because it'll be 12 a.m. right,
Okay.
and instead of going to 1 after 12, it'll go to 13.
Oh gosh.
I know.
Yeah, like how could a place not be haunted like that? And of course, this is where time travel was invented and discovered at the same time.
Oh, is this the time where like Scooby and the gang came together and tried to
What
run
kind
out
of
the
fictional
ghost?
scenario
Yeah.
do you think
See,
this is?
That's what they tell like kids to just not like freak them out.
That's what a sheep believes. Like you got to think for yourself, Lindsay.
Okay.
Lindsay, are you a
Well-
wolf or a sheep?
Or are
are
I'm
you a
somewhere in the middle, maybe a fox.
A fox. They do laugh kind of funny. Have you heard a fox laugh?
I can't say I've heard a fox laugh.
Yeah.
It sounds it's good.
Well,
It sounds like how the clock of Walgrange Station when it chimes, it makes that like haunted noise.
Okay.
That's what the fox.
Is
Sounds
it
like.
anything related to what does the fox say?
Yeah. It goes like.
I was hoping
Yeah,
someone
that's-
like knew that.
And that's what the clock in Walgrange Station sounds like. Some say if you stand there at quiet and you say "Thicket boys, thicket boys, thicket boys" 3 times, you'll hear a fox.
really intensely like that. You have to get super
The
close
crazy
to-
thing is that the clock of that station doesn't chime at the hour; it chimes at the 22-minute mark.
That is wow. Is that information on the wiki?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So in recap, the railways don't go there because of the clock of 92, which is haunted, because the hands go from midnight unto the 13th hour, and then also due to the event that is
The robbery of 87.
the gold heist
Yeah, the
of
heist.
87.
Yeah, the
yeah,
heist.
yeah. Which stole 1,000 times half an elephant's trunk's worth. And yeah, is there anything else you want to know about Walgrange Station?
Yeah, who built Walgrange railway station?
It's the Monopoly man, the tycoon.
Yeah.
With the monocle.
With his bare hands.
Yeah, it took him a really long time. It's like the feat equivalent to the Great Wall of China, but it was done by a character that was later made into a board game.
Okay.
That's actually why in the Monopoly game, that's why those 4 stations are there.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of Walgrange Station.
But the reason that they're not connected by any way is because they've been disconnected because
of the clock of 92.
Right. It's got such a storied, deep history. You could really teach like a 300 level college course on it.
Honestly, it's got so much.
I'm impressed. Well,
Yeah.
looking over it, you guys nailed this to a T.
Did you miss Walgrange 301?
I did.
It's got its own category. It's not even within like English or something.
Like hist.
Yeah, it's got its own category.
Okay.
Hit the books, man.
Hit the books.
I need to, apparently.
I mean, don't actually like hit them.
Yeah,
But like
that would be
Respect
neat.
them.
like respect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y-
Please.
Gently open them. Whisper sweet nothings into its binding.
Into its binding.
That's where it really gets going.
Wait. From which angle, though? From the outside, or you open up to a page and then speak sweet nothings to the binding?
From a 37-degree angle, like looking down.
See, that's
From which side of the book?
Brent, your strategy is definitely different than mine because I do like to actually make physical contact with my lips to the binding before I whisper.
Yeah, you're right. It actually senses the words through the vibrations.
Right, yeah.
It can't actually, like, books can't hear, idiot. So, what am I thinking? That's my beat.
Duh.
I mean, like, you send the vibrations from a distance. I like to get that, like, grade S straight from the source, no GMO vibrations into my book.
You're right. I've put way too many genetically modified organisms into my mouth in order to properly relay vibrations.
Yeah, and like definitely like Monsanto, like it's all connected with whispering to your books to get knowledge because knowledge is power and just trying to keep us down.
The Monopoly man.
It's all back to him. What's his name?
Yeah, I think it's
Steve.
Hold on.
Steve Jobs?
They are kind of thematically similar. Oh my god, that's his name.
His name is Rich Uncle Pennybags. Like, with a name like that, who can't believe that he built Walgrange Station? I mean, come on. Rich Uncle. Why does he have to be an uncle? Is what I want to know. Anyway,
Because he can't be your dad.
that would just be weird.
That'd be weird.
But Rich Uncle, that's fine. All right. Bombastic quote. You can't trade shoes with a barefoot monkey. All right. And moving on, we got our hypothetical for the day. This one's an interesting one. Straight off the press of my brain, straight into your ears. All right. So, everyone knows that back in the 1900s, there was Cookie Crisp was invented. And so, unfortunately, that year, 2 Cookie Crisp boxes went through a nuclear reactor. And then back in the 1900s, did I say nuclear reactor? I meant a train station. And those 2 Cookie Crisp boxes were connected together. But then one train station took that Cookie Crisp box all the way across the world. And then it just so happened that someone in China and someone in the United States touched those Cookie Crisp boxes in sync, which of course connected every single person on Earth to another person on Earth. And so, as everyone knows, every single person from birth is connected to another random person who could be anywhere on Earth, and every 31 minutes, they swap places.
the train station that I got mixed up in was Walgrange Station. That's just kind of a superfluous detail, though.
That's a little nugget of extra info for you. But
Wait, so does this mean that does this mean that the person that you're paired with has to be born at the exact same time as you?
No, because also the person you're paired with could theoretically die, and so in that case, like the new person who's born, or it like you get paired with someone who was just born. Mm-hmm. So lots of things to think about. First one I'm concerned about is, let's say I am paired with a baby. What if that baby is like inside of a confined space that I cannot fit in? Because suddenly when
you trade your body gets
not mine.
Warped. I thought your mind went into the baby.
No. You literally trade places. And so like let's say the baby is like in a crib with like a very small crib with like a roof or something. If I get teleported in there, I'm suddenly, depending on how strong the crib is, I just get crushed. And so I think the first thing that you would need to do is like when you're paired with someone is like you need to leave notes. And so like when you know it's about to be 31 minutes, you like write a note. It's like, listen, here are my dimensions of my person. Like, please do not go anywhere smaller than me.
Right.
Or you'll be mean and a jerk.
But then, what about, so same situation, you're paired with the baby.
Okay.
What about when you're at work?
That's the next one. Is like suddenly I was thinking about this for like jobs. It doesn't matter if you're like Steve Jobs or like a genius, like whatever genius. If your counterpart is a baby, who would want to hire you? Because like 31 minutes of like every 31 minutes they have a baby just sitting there when they need to be like designing something. And so like the most hireable people, like when you go to apply somewhere, you're going to have two resumes, you and your counterpart. And so like two like high school students is much more valuable than one like college graduate and a baby. So like job markets it's gonna be hard to get a job depending on who you're matched with.
Okay, but at the same time, imagine all it would have to take is you to say you and me, Brent, are matched up. Okay. And you already have your degree. Yep. What would keep us from me taking the same classes you did, and then while you're there, just you do the homework because you already know the stuff. I don't know the stuff. I literally don't have to go to classes. I literally get all the knowledge done. We would both have the same degree, so therefore, that's an easy way to get us both in a qualifying position.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying that like I already have my degree, and so what are you doing at this point?
To any extent, like you said, like say like the same situation, Steve Jobs and a baby.
Okay.
Once the baby gets a little older,
yep.
You can say the kid turns 14, 15, you can literally take it through, since you got swapped while the kid is doing homework, you could literally just like finish and correct everything. So when it turns it in, or a test, and you can literally just do everything for them.
But the thing is, like, this happens to teachers. Everyone knows about this phenomenon. It happens to everyone. And so, like, teachers know about this, so they're going to have to develop a system so that only it's going to be, like, done on an iPhone, and it's going to time out every 31 minutes or something.
Wouldn't the whole world just be on, like, a 31-minute
schedule?
Like, okay, stop.
You're pretty much living two lives.
Yeah.
Because you talk to this, you're talking to different people. You're talking to
What if you moved to the same area where your partner was?
And you might as well.
You just go together everywhere.
Because let's say you got paired with someone in China. Like you'd need to learn Mandarin Chinese. You'd need to like obtain a job there. That's like something that you can do. You'd need I guess you could share apartments with
you're spending half your life there.
Yeah, so exactly.
So you're going to pick up the language.
But I think let's say I do get with like a Chinese person, I'd be like, yo, let's meet like in halfway in like Europe or something. Like I think I would definitely want to move to where my guy is or girl.
Yeah, I would too.
Because
I just marry him.
what if it's even if it's a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get like, I mean, maybe you wouldn't call it marriage, but you'd be like, we do everything.
Yeah,
together.
yeah. But that brings up a good point. Do you think like tax because like you know how like married people get like different taxes? Do you think that like you file taxes together with the you'd almost have to file taxes with the person because you've worked at their job for half the time. Also, you'd have to make sure. What if you guys have different beds? That was a big concern. Like, what if this guy likes or the other person? I need to stop saying guy. I don't want to be. We're a equal opportunity podcast here. The other person, what if they like a really soft bed? And it's like I don't like a soft bed.
They already thought about this sleep number.
Yeah,
They already thought
that sleep numbers now every 31 minutes they automatically cycle. And so like with computers, you could definitely do a lot to make stuff like automatically change at 31 minutes. But the like driving, that's gonna be a concern.
Yeah, you almost would have to like walk and communicate where you're walking to.
I don't even know if driving
Is still a thing.
I don't think driving's a thing. At least the way that we understand it.
Oh.
It'd be different.
It would have to be so it's like so the second you get swapped, you get into the car and you go, and when it's at like 29 minutes, you pull off to the side of the road. And like,
well, you wouldn't even have to pull off because if everyone's synced up, then everyone would be swapping at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Well, but we can't just have the. Okay, so everyone stops in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that could work. I was gonna say like we can't just leave the cars moving.
I think automatic cars would be kind of researched and developed way
Well, but
heavier than they are.
let's
now.
talk about research. Like you can only if you tell me it's like there's 31 minutes left of work, do something. It's like I don't really want to. It's like 31 minutes is not really enough to do anything substantial, and you don't want to like get into something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go be a baby. With my mom.
I'm just gonna be a baby the rest of my life. Okay.
So you know what would be fun? I know we talk about this for a lot of the hypotheticals, but like sports. Imagine like you almost wouldn't have to work on team play anymore because like say basketball, like I know the play that I want to make and I know the timer's about to switch around for me to be like you end up being on the team of your soulmate. Like you purposely do that. So you swap at that time. So you pass the ball to him and you know the exact play you want to make and then you just execute it as exactly as you hope to.
I was just thinking like so what so your soulmate what it like you guys are on either the same team or like opposite teams even like what
That'd be
so
creative.
What if you and your soulmate were on opposite teams and so like every like inning or whatever you'd end up swapping that would be kind of annoying but
That also brings up the point of do things swap with you like the just and like every other teleporting
anything
discussion.
touching your skin swap.
Okay, so if
well I don't
you-
want you to teleport naked but yeah
Put my hand on my house.
well that's what
I'm
was
just
just
saying,
thinking.
I'm saying in the basketball situation, if I was holding the ball, would it teleport with me?
I don't think that
No, I
So
think
we
the
have-
ball. I think your partner would be holding the ball.
yeah
Okay,
on the
so we
switch.
have modified clothes to teleport with us.
yeah clothes for whatever reason also do it because
hypothetical.
yeah because the Cookie Crisp box was made in a clothing next to a clothing factory a pair of jeans but
I just think that all like life would be like completely different than today.
well exactly
It'd be built from the ground up completely.
well so it happened in the 1900s
Right.
so like the
tail end of industrial revolution kind of thing. Yeah.
So, like, a lot of things have been developed, but, like, definitely starting that it's enough time to where society definitely developed it. I'm trying to what's an activity that you literally can't do in 31 minutes? One thing I was thinking, like, this is slightly unrelated, but, like, if you're in a submarine or something, like, if you instantly get teleported into there with, like, the pressure difference, like...
Just swimming in general, any level of like submerging underwater would be a high risk.
Okay, if
thing.
your soulmate is going underwater at the 31-minute mark, they're a
That's
jerk.
on them. That's
yeah,
on them.
Yeah, there's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I would stand on like the edge of like a bridge and then 31 minutes surprise.
Yeah, but then you get stuck with a baby.
Oh, that's right. I think running a marathon, couldn't be done.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
Definitely couldn't be done.
The fastest marathon, or maybe because the fastest marathon time is like an hour and 52 minutes or something. But I was just thinking, so let's say you have a child. What if you and your child are on opposite 31 minutes? So the only person you ever see is your child's doppelganger.
Mate, yeah.
that's my new child.
Yeah, I get it's like a 63-year-old
Yeah,
man
who's my son.
It would incentivize the whole moving to
Right.
the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it continues branching out, which is the crazy thing. Like, just because, like, say in that situation, I want to be with the person that swaps with my kid, so I move with them. But then their parents are going to want the same thing, and then they're probably going to be paired up with someone who is swapping all the time. They want to be. I don't know. It'd be like,
what if we made like
pretty much
super centers of like civilization where it's like mega cities and everyone who swaps is like everyone in that city has their counterparts in that city as well.
Yeah.
And then, but like one thing though is it's like transporting messages or something. That's pretty easy. You could be like a message relayer.
Oh, right. I mean, that's probably. I mean, is that faster than internet?
Yeah, no, that's why I was just. But
31
it
minutes.
happened in the 1900s.
Oh,
so
right.
like.
Yeah. At that point.
Yeah, I don't think actually I think they did have the telegraph. Yeah, a little Morse code going.
Yeah, I'm not sure when that was invented by the guy. Was it Alexander Graham Bell? Did he do that? Or
He was the
phone?
telephone.
Oh.
A lot of people invented the telegraph because telegraphs. Lindsay, do you have any other aspects? Thinking of?
I mean, the sports was the main one that came up in my mind that was fun and interesting. And we talked about work.
School, like you said, we'd have to develop a system where you can't like cheat via.
Well,
your
tests would be like 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah. But the other thing is, it's like, do we want to say that every person is, so there's like over 62 minutes, like everyone is on this 62-minute cycle, or is it like my 31 minutes might be up when you're only like 15 minutes into yours?
What? Oh.
So it's like, it's not
that.
everyone swapping at the same time. It's like, it's progressive.
Total chaos.
Yeah. I guess.
I don't think civilization would exist.
Yeah. At that point, it's like, but can you imagine the first time, like, because some guy took a Cookie Crisp box over there, you just have your child like disappear from your hands and you're holding like an old man. You're just like, what happened? The initial shock of that happening may cause society to collapse.
I'm picturing just like a city where a lot of people are, and you see like these little like flashes of light of people like teleporting in and out. That'd be so weird. Is it like instant, or is it like there's a slight period of time where there's like nothing there?
Well, we don't want to create. Oh, that's a good point. You could create a vacuum if it's a baby and like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, like the air that Dwayne the Rock Johnson was occupying when the baby gets teleported in there, it's gonna collapse in on the baby, and I don't know what that would do to a baby.
Yeah.
So, okay, does it teleport like foot to foot, center of mass to center of mass, head to head?
I like center of mass but I guess center
Some
of mass.
people are going to be falling.
Yeah, they're going to be falling a little bit.
Yeah. That's a
baby, right?
Yeah. Well,
Dwayne Johnson's what, like 10 feet, 6 inches?
He's like 13 feet tall.
Yeah.
He falls 1
3
story.
Eiffel Towers. Yeah.
Or what about like it would suck to be suddenly being tall sucks.
Because, it's hated.
Yeah. Like you're the worst person ever.
Right, because you're making babies fall.
Stop
You're
being
directly
tall.
responsible. Yeah.
You're making the babies fall.
Stop being tall. You're making the babies fall.
Start the chant on the side of the.
Stop being tall.
And then other people teleport holding the signs. And they're like, what am I doing here? All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk
I would my answer that I'm locking in is I would never be more than 5 feet away from my person.
Yeah.
I'd just be with them all the time.
You would have such an advantage over other people too, because it's like your job. It's like you can keep working.
Yeah.
But
and even for like, say like if we did want to find like romantic partners, like we would have to go on double dates all the time if it was a guy.
I was gonna say that would be interesting. You're married to someone else for.
Yeah, but if we're all 4 in the same room all the time.
Yeah, but like, so what if like you're married to someone and then you don't like their counterpart? This adds something to dating. It's like
you have to.
Yeah, it's like I like you, but what about you? Like, let me meet your other person.
Yeah, it's like the whole like meeting a girl's friends. Like you don't always like the friends, so you have to deal with the person that they're stuck with.
But
your friends aren't. Like
I was gonna say,
same bed. They're not.
Well, I was gonna say when you're in the same bed, it might turn out a little different than just being like, oh, I don't like your.
You
friends.
have to be down with everybody. You have to be like cool with everybody.
It would, like, I think society would be nicer to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
unless you had like a league of people who like both the ganger. I keep thinking doppelgangers. Both the people were evil.
Oh,
then they team up, and they just feed into the system. You guys are like, this hypothetical spikes my anxiety. Like,
you're afraid you're gonna teleport into the middle of the Beijing Sea or something.
Beijing Sea.
That would suck. What if you were stranded on an island at the time this happened, and you're like, I'm out, and then you get back? But that would suck. What if your counterpart's stranded on an island? So it's like the movie.
Now you know. Now you know. So when you're in society, you can be like, this island, we have to go here.
And it's like, oh man, this could be a movie because it's like, oh, I don't know where I am, and so it's like when you get teleported out, you're like star charts,
yeah,
and then when you get teleported back, you're like, I'm like here, like what's the Wilson with Tom Cruise movie?
Oh,
or not
Castaway.
Tom Cruise? Yeah, what actor am I thinking of?
It's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, same person, but that movie,
yeah, pretty much.
that was
same person because
the first name is Tom, basically. But that movie would have gone very differently had this thing been.
You could just like write the star charts on your forearm or something, and then
Prison Break style.
Yeah.
You get tattoos of star charts.
Solid. Yeah.
All right. I think we're pretty good. Does anyone have any other soulmate discussion?
No, I think.
Do you have any message to your soulmate?
Yes, I do actually.
Keep it breezy.
I'm average size, so don't go into any tight spaces. And don't screw me over, I guess.
My message is don't be tall, you're making babies fall.
My message is don't go skydiving, whoever you are, because I've already done that and I don't want to do that again with a parachute that won't fit me. Does the parachute last question, does the parachute go with them when they teleport? No, so I get into the parachute. But it's not Titan, so I'm still unless
you made the parachutes in the clothing factory next to the Cookie Crisp.
Okay,
factory.
It's specifically anything made in that factory. Does it?
It came from the haunted station.
Yeah. And anyway, Lindsay, you have an ad break for us.
Yep. Today's ad is brought to you by Everything Glasses. Are you ever hating when your sunglasses aren't blocking out all of the light? Maybe some kids pointing some very bright laser pointer straight into your irises. Well, with Everything Glasses, your eyes will be protected from anything that could come your way. It literally blocks out everything. Get fitted for your own pair of Everything Glasses today.
Listen, I know what you're thinking. Just put a blindfold on. No. Okay. Everything Glasses block everything. You know what a blindfold doesn't block?
Radio waves.
Or a knife. Everything Glasses, I'm telling you, What? Name something that doesn't fall under the category of everything. I'll wait.
What's tachyon?
You're wrong.
Okay.
That's part of everything.
Okay. The void.
You're wrong. That's part of everything.
Oh. But okay,
Nothing.
so
Not exactly. That's
just to confirm with
Great.
because they had us mention this, it blocks off the entire electromagnetic spectrum, right? Because that's a part of everything. Yeah.
Literally everything.
Have you ever been like, man, my radio is getting too good of a signal. I wish there was some way I could block it. Boom.
yeah,
everything
all the time.
Glasses.
I always think that.
Just
And my glasses
everything.
come in handy for so many things like that, right? Amazing.
Thank you, Everything Glasses. Lindsay, where can we pick up a copy of Everything
Get a
Glasses?
copy. You mean a pair? You can get a pair of everything glasses at Walgreens.
But we've already I thought that company, they have the original, and then they have the box, and then they send out the duplicates or the copies.
Oh, okay.
Was that a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
company?
I don't remember. You must have gone to a different briefing than me like I did last time.
Oh gosh, we really need to sync up our Google Calendar schedule. I don't know why
for
we
real.
haven't.
Last
been
time
using
I
the
went to
same
the
one.
hydrogen peroxide. Convention.
Yeah, we need to talk with our manager. He's
Slacking.
slacking. All right, I've been waiting
Here we
all
are.
day.
I don't want to let you down. Brandon. Don't go too
Bombastic
excited.
ask. Bombastic
to-
ask.
Keep going.
We have to chant the
I
rest of the
fed your
episode.
ego enough. You can go on.
We're gonna ask some bombastic questions to the people on this podcast. Listeners at home, feel free to answer. We won't be able to hear you, but it's just nice knowing that you are answering these questions. The first question is for people who live alone, and if you don't live alone, just pretend that you do. For
Okay.
people who live alone, do you leave the door open when you shower?
I do.
Why or why not?
Because no one else is home. What? Hold
I
on. Am
do
I
as
supposed to be
well.
answering these?
Yeah, answer.
Okay, yeah. I leave the shower open because I leave the shower open because I like to make my shower water like, when you get out of the shower and you're like, dang, it's cold. No, with leaving the shower open, that's not problem. But no, seriously, I leave the door open because it fogs up if I don't.
The mirror.
Yeah.
Or the whole room.
The mirror.
Just go for it.
I also don't close the door even if like just my brother's home, I'll still leave the door open for the exact same reason.
Really? Are you guys afraid of fog?
No, okay. No, I just. and
Maybe.
So, do you shut the door?
I shut the door every time.
And
I do live alone.
What is your rationale for
Well,
shutting?
one, I'm not afraid of fog, and I'm not afraid of foggy mirrors and what's behind them.
Okay.
I just want to I want everyone to know that, first of all.
But you are afraid of not fog.
I am
So
afraid.
you're afraid of your reflection. That's what I'm hearing.
We're not going to talk about that right now. What I am afraid of is I'm stridulating my body with soap, and I'm getting it in my eyes. I have to close my eyes. I don't want a creature, a man,
Whoa, why I gotta be a man?
or a woman,
Okay.
or
Equal
anything.
opportunity.
Exactly. A spider crawling in. I gotta keep that door shut. It's my own security
I don't think
blanket
a
in the shower.
door, depending on the size of the spider, a door won't help that
Okay, a
much.
big spider.
I'm afraid of mutant 3-foot tall spiders
Right.
coming in while I'm showering.
I'm team door shut all the time, no matter what. I don't know if it's habit. It's just maybe how I was raised.
It's wasting calories. Final
Hey,
answer.
If someone's
Mic drop.
if some creature or some person is wanting to attack me when I am clothesless, props to them because I'm not gonna hold back from beating you up.
Are you the most powerful when you're naked?
Nothing's holding me back. That's all I'm saying.
Your power level rises as soon as you take each item of clothing off.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
This question it's kind of like a hypothetical, but let's pretend it's actually the real world right now.
Okay.
If you could rename any animal, if you had the chance, which animal would you rename?
Elephants to long nose.
That was pretty quick.
That was quick. Were you
you-
were you sitting on that one?
Yep. been dreaming about that for years now.
He's been like making
No.
plans. How can I rename this?
Like why long nose besides the fact that they have a long nose?
Excluding the only valid reason for naming them that.
Very-
What reason?
I'm a
would you
very
name-
direct person, so I just wanted to get straight down to the point. Long nose.
No, okay. My thinking is I'm gonna name something after myself, or something that's like I'm gonna name an animal We Bombastic Few, and so now I need to determine what animal is talked about the most.
Universally liked.
Yeah,
almost.
I
Dogs.
think, yeah, I was
Dogs.
gonna say I think dogs might be a good option. So every dog is now called We Bombastic Few, and if you're looking up like mixed breeds, We Bombastic Few, maybe if you go to like the 10,000th page of Google, it'll be like, oh, here's a podcast called We Bombastic Few. It's like, is that a dog breeding show? Let me check that out, and then they'll be
Wait,
disappointed.
they wouldn't
but-
call it a dog breeding show. They'd call
Yeah.
it, is that a We
No.
Bombastic Few breeding show?
Yeah.
Is that really the message that you want to send?
So we need to now start every single episode with like 30 seconds of or We Bombastic Few breeding, and that sounds interesting. Let's breed.
Oh my God.
Right,
But-
I do love the long hair of the Weimar We Bombastic Few, the
Yeah.
sniffing power of the Beagle Bastic Few.
Let me tell you, We Bombastic Few is a chick magnet and a half. You walk a We Bombastic Few around the park, everyone, even grown men, are gonna flock.
Grown men are going to want to pet your
Your-
Bombastic Few. That's the world that we live in now,
Uh-huh.
currently.
All right, Kevin, what are you gonna rename?
So, I mean, the inspiration from that question is that I love is a snake being called a danger noodle. That's
I'm
pretty good.
down.
That's
Team
look-
Danger Noodle.
The danger noodles just like slithering under my pasta.
I don't
get
know.
out.
Yeah, danger noodles cannot mix with normal noodles.
Right,
That's
please.
the number one rule.
I might call a goose just like a velociraptor, because
Just to make things really confusing.
At the place where Brett and I are employed, there is maybe 2 or 3 families of geese, and they honestly run the place.
100%. They were blocking the road the other day, and I was like, it's simple geometry. I'll use my horn to make them get out of the road. Did not care.
The velociraptors just turned
Yeah.
on Brent.
Exactly. I tried to hide in a kitchen cupboard, and the velociraptors found me. I wasn't gonna escape.
They're terrifying. Velociraptors have teeth too.
Mhm.
It's really scary.
Did-
Some of the
Okay, now I'm kind of confused if we're talking about velociraptors or geese.
Well, it's like you're talking about We Bombastic Fews or
Yeah.
velociraptors or geese. Some funny answers are just naming animals, just people names. So giraffes would just be like Chads.
A giraffe does seem like a Chad.
That herd of
Yeah.
Chads, herd of Chads roaming the African plains.
What's a group of giraffes called?
A group of giraffes.
A tower.
A tower.
There's a tower
Oh,
of
no.
Chads going
A tower
by.
of Chads.
Oh my gosh.
Hide your daughters, hide your wives. The tower of Chads. is coming.
You know, I hear there are some enclosures where, there are some like restaurants that you can eat, and then a Chad will just come right up next to you.
Right.
And you can
Oh,
just
wow.
pet the Chad.
And the Chads, they do have those 3 feet long tongues that come out
Oh,
of their mouths.
when a Chad licks me, it's like, you don't want to have a
When
Chad
they finish
lick
that
you.
sentence.
No, I think we'll leave it there. But yeah, Chad's got a tongue. Let me say it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that.
Raccoons. Josh.
Yeah.
You're
All
very
right.
accurate with these namings. These
What's
are
up,
actually fitting very well.
What's up, Josh? God, Josh was digging through my trash
Yeah.
again.
Come on, Josh. And anytime, like, Josh is irrefutably tied with Drake and Josh. Like,
In your head.
So now that actor is now the raccoon.
A way better show. Can I just say?
Yeah.
Drake and Josh.
Yeah. Oh no! Like what's that one? The Drake's name? Something Bell. I don't know.
Drake
But
Bell, yeah.
Yeah, Drake Bell. Like him and a raccoon. That's the entire sitcom.
There it is.
Does the raccoon still work at a movie theater?
Mhm.
Okay.
Nothing has changed.
changed.
It's just a raccoon now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Big fan. Do you have any more questions?
I think we'll just try
Leave the
it out.
people wanting more?
Yeah, we'll leave them wanting more.
All right. I do like We Bombastic Ask, though. It does sound like a disease, though. It's like, doctor, what is it? I'm sorry, but you've tested positive for Bombastic Ask.
Bombastic ask, we will have to perform a triple bypass heart surgery. Cure your bombastic ask.
Yeah, to remove
It's
it.
kind of weird how this disease has a similar name to the animal, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
Completely unrelated, though.
Yeah.
Entirely unrelated. All right. Well, that is going to do it for, I don't think you actually said it, but season 2, episode 12 of We Bombastic Few, the podcast, not the dog.
Not the animal.
Yeah, that.
I don't know what a dog is.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what a dog is either. I just say letters sometime and think that I'm.
I didn't know
funny.
dog was a letter.
It-
Okay.
Well, what is a dog? I
A
don't even know.
B C dog.
The
E.
consumption.
No, it's in between 6 and 7. It's a counting number.
Okay.
But anyway,
It's a quarter of the way to the point where you trade places with someone else.
yeah,
There
exactly.
you go.
And it's actually the number right before at Walgrange Station before it goes like 12-13, it goes 12 dog 13.
Yeah. They don't want you to know that because it's not as good for tourism. But
Yeah.
it's true.
Exactly. Actually, there are so many uses for the word dog. I don't know why we didn't know what that meant. Anyway, so thanks for listening to the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Last week, which is different for time travel 2 weeks for you guys, and depending on when you're listening to this, it could be 7 centuries ago. But we got 56 plays, I think, over all our episodes for that week, which is pretty good for us because we took a long break. And so thank you, everyone who's still listening. Keep checking your podcast inbox because we're sending one straight to you. Not really. That's not how podcasts work. But you can still find it. And then also, more podcast talk. Next episode is going to be episode 13 of season 2, which, if you recall, that's how many episodes we had for season 1. So I think we're going to say season 2 ends there. And yeah, so we're probably not going to take a break, but as you know, we don't trust anything we say because it means nothing. It's like, whose line is it anyway? Points don't matter, and you can't trust us. Anyway, final thoughts. Kevin, what are you thinking?
I'm just really thinking about how everyone in the world just please be nice to each other because you never know when you're gonna switch places with them, like physically.
Wow. What if we actually made a change in the world because everyone was concerned about swapping places with someone? Wow.
Something to think about.
Let's make that happen. Don't forget to tweet out hashtag be nice for your soulmate swap.
And stop being tall. You're making babies fall. Please,
Yeah.
just stop. Just stop.
Stop being
Stop.
tall. Yeah. All right, Lindsay, what do you have?
Will Smith, where you at?
One
We
of-
are
Where you at?
on our knees begging here. I think the second interview of Kevin it went
second
terribly.
trial
Don't
run?
you think, Brent?
Oh, so
yeah,
bad.
it went terrible. So bad.
See you guys. Just taking headphones off.
He actually took his-
No,
he's
all I
walking
gotta
out.
say
Kevin,
is
come back. No, Kevin.
You hear the door close?
Just slam. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I got paid to give another shout out to Everything Glasses. Make sure you get yourself a pair.
For sure. Shout out to Mom. Will Smith, where you at? I actually haven't been, because I haven't been leaving the comment on his videos, so it's actually partly my fault. But we've been in rocky waters, so... But we're making it out. We've got possibly some news for you coming up in the next episode. It might be pretty interesting. Make sure you tune in. And I think that's going to do it. So without further ado, this has been We Bombastic Few, the podcast, not the animal. And we'll see you next week.